All right, Shalom Akim, Shalom, Shalom. This is your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, coming with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord willing, this be edifying to the Lord's elect. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, of whom I've grown in this truth under. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akwath that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith, and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. All right, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes that scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. To you Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations. But your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes in the nation of Israel through the line of your fathers. I want to say peace and blessings to you all. Barakatham. All right. So pretty much I'm just going to go into the fact that these devils, all right, their pride has passed their wisdom, their wits. You know what I'm saying? So, as you can see on the screen, this is as of a couple days ago. You know what I'm saying? March the 18th. Today is March the 21st. All right. But back on March the 18th, it was tweeted that over $800 billion was wiped out from the United States stock market. All right, so the U.S. stock market value is plummeting. Okay, and so people are losing everything all around us. Okay, the people are going to riot. It's only a matter of time. You know what I'm saying? For those of you, which it doesn't really matter at this point, but for those of you who may have, you know what I'm saying, stock, or you may have money in retirement plans and all that stuff, man, take that shit up out of there. Take that up out of there, man. You got money in them banks and whatnot, man. You should have been took that stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Because this thing is coming. You see what I'm saying? This thing is coming. Stop thinking that America, all right, that Babylon the Great is going to last another 5 to 10 years. It's not. It's not. It's over. You see what I'm saying? It's over. And we're seeing it. We're seeing all these things playing out. Right? Let me get Job. This is Job chapter 15. All right, Job chapter 15. Let's start at verse Let's start at verse 24. Job 15 and 24 says, "Trouble and anguish shall make him afraid. They shall prevail against him as a king ready to the battle." All right. "For he stretcheth out his hand against the Most High Power, and strengtheneth himself against the Almighty. He runneth upon him, even on his neck, upon the thick bosses of his bucklers, because he covereth his face with his fatness. He maketh collops of fat on his flanks. And he dwelleth in desolate cities, and in houses which no man inhabiteth, which are ready to become heaps. He shall not be rich, neither shall his substance continue, neither shall he prolong the perfection thereof upon the earth. His time is up." All right. Stop trying to save these devils, man. Stop trying to shield them, to harbor them from judgment, because it is their time. All right. We're looking at an empire falling. And this empire, which is the fourth, which is the revival of the fourth beast, its end is not going to go smoothly. No empire ever goes smoothly or quietly into the night. You see what I'm saying? And that's and I've been saying this for the past couple days, weeks, you know what I'm saying? That this is there could be no one else. There could have been no one else who was more fit for this position. All right, at this point in time for spiritual Egypt to fall apart than Donald Trump. No one else could have done this, man. Think about all the things that this guy's doing. All right, think of it. Think of all the stuff that he's destroyed. All right, all the things that he's breaking apart. All the rights that these Americans are losing day by day. Think about it. If it was Kamala or if it was Obama doing any of this, if it was Biden doing any of this, these jokers would have been done rioted. If they were setting up a surveillance state around you, they would have been in them streets. If they would have even spoken about going to war with Iran and possibly sending boots on the ground, your sons and your daughters, there would have been a riot. If they'd have brought out them files, all right, and Biden's name or Kamala's name or Obama's name, you know what I'm saying, was all up in those files, up and down, mentioned more times than anyone else in those in them documents, there would have been a riot on on the White House. You would have seen all these jokers in their Harley Davidsons riding for the White House, man. You'd have seen it. That's why this guy is the perfect man for this job. So like I said, $800 billion wiped out in one day. Let me show you this video from a CEO of a prominent banking firm that manages these assets. Let's listen to him.
I want to thank you all for becoming part of our family. I wish you all the best.
Salakia, fair use, fair use. This is for educational purposes only. I declare the statute of the Copyright Act of 1976. Fair use. Let's take this back.
I want to thank you all for becoming part of our family. I wish you all the best. Because every morning when I woke up and I checked the markets and my wonderful wife made us dinner and I took my laptop and sat it next to me while I was sipping a glass of wine because I want to check on the markets and make sure that they were okay. I am so sorry for not managing our ship and keeping her afloat. I bid you great luck and good health, and please feel free to call our office if you'd ever want to speak to any one of us.
This place is over, man. This place is over. Look at his face, man. Look at this guy's face. This is it. This is it. We are looking at the end of the empire, man. Let's go to Ecclesiastes. All right. Ecclesiastes chapter 12. let's just hit it from the top. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 1, it says, "Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them." And the days are coming where you're going to not have pleasure in the life that you live in for real. You think it's bad now, man. You think it's bad now. It's about to get super bad. All right, you're supposed to turn to the Lord now while you still could. You know what I'm saying? Call on the true names of the Lord, Yahweh. That's the name of the Heavenly Father through his son, Yahweh Shai. You see what I'm saying? You're supposed to be listening. You're supposed to have been taking heed to the words of the prophets. All right? People are about to lose everything. And you remember what Gerald Celente said, man. When the people lose everything and they have nothing left to lose, they lose it. Verse 2, "While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble," and this is one of the keepers of the house. Okay? What he said he failed to manage this ship. He failed to manage this ship. And this is and these things are going to come suddenly to all these people who are in positions of managing assets. You see what I'm saying? It's suddenly. All right? This thing is happening fast. These people don't know what's coming. Because if he was wise, he would have told you, take your money out of these assets, or take your assets out of these holdings and whatnot, because this thing's about to fall down. It's about to crash, man. All right? But he don't know. You know what I'm saying? None of these people know. This is why we say there's no amount of prepping that you could do for this. There's no amount of prepping that you can do to prepare for what is coming. Nothing will be safe. You see what I'm saying? America is falling. Babylon is falling, man. It says, "In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble," that's going into the economists. That's going into the hedge fund managers. That's going into all those who manage your shares, who manage your assets, who hold your accounts in these banks and whatnot. You see what I'm saying? "In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong man shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few." It's talking about money. It's talking about your jobs. When the grinders cease, because there are few. There are few jobs out here, man. The job report that just came out for February of this year, 2026, the year of apostasy, sellouts, and agents, okay, and Jacob's trouble. Just in February, there wasn't a single job that was created. Not a single job. It says, "And the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened." So there's no future that you can look forward to. When it says those that look out of the windows be darkened, it means those who are looking forward to the future. It's dark. It's dark. It's uncertain. As a matter of fact, the only certainty that you do have is in knowing that this bitch is about to fall. Knowing that America is done. It's finished. She's losing all of her allies, exactly how the prophets said that they would. America is losing her allies. America is losing her influence around the world. America is losing the good standing. America is losing the narrative. America is losing. "And the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low." Okay, businesses are going to close, foreclosures, all types of shit that's going on, man. When the sound of the grinding the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. As a matter of fact, let me ask something. Let me ask the chat something. All right, let's go to ChatGPT. Could you break down Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3 and 4? All right. Let's see if chat gets it right. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3 and 4 is part of a poetic passage where the teacher describes aging and the approach of death using vivid imagery, almost like a house slowly breaking down. Here's a clear line-by-line breakdown. Verse 3. This verse uses metaphor to describe how the human body weakens with age. Keepers of the house tremble, likely refers to hands and arms. All right, so chat gets it wrong. All right, chat gets it wrong. Let's see. This has nothing to do with the body. All right, this has nothing to do with the body. You see what I'm saying? This has nothing to do with the body, man. All right? Let me ask this. Could these verses be, let's see. Could these verses be related in any way to economic turmoil or economic instability? All right, he says, short answer, not directly, but you could draw a symbolic and thematic parallel if you wanted to apply it metaphorically. All right, so it says, could it be applied to economic instability? Metaphorical reading. Keepers of the house tremble. Could go into institutions such as banks, governments, becoming unstable. Okay, as I just mentioned, economists, okay, and those who manage money. Number 2, it says, strong men bow themselves, talking about major industries or economic powers weakening. Grinders cease because they are few. It could speak about reduced production, labor shortages, or failing supply chains. Okay, so you pretty much got to corner ChatGPT to give you the correct breakdown, man. All right, it says windows grow dim, meaning the loss of clarity, foresight, or confidence in the future. You see what I'm saying? You see? It says doors shut in the streets, talking about businesses closing, less public activity. There you go. All right. Sound of grinding is low. Start talking about economic slowdown, less manufacturing, less trade. Okay. Then it says daughters of music brought low. Then it goes into cultural decline or reduced prosperity or joy. And there you go, man. There you go. So let me read verse 4 again. It says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And that's going into your entertainment. You see what I'm saying? It's going into your entertainment. So ChatGPT knows what it is. All right. But the chat's been programmed, you know what I'm saying, to not really break down these things the way they should be broken down. ChatGPT used to be going in hard, man. Okay? But when it says the daughter's music brought low, you know what I'm saying? It's not just talking about music, it's going into all forms of entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Look at what's going on in Hollywood. Look at how weak all these different things are, man. You know what I'm saying? I had I pretty much had a movie night with my brother and my the rest of my family last night. You know what I'm saying? And we was just watching Disney, just old school Disney movies like like Robin Hood and Tarzan type shit. But you know what I'm saying? When you look at what Disney produces now, look at what all these different things, these different producing companies from Hollywood are producing in these days. You know what I'm saying? It's weak. It's there's no good writing, there's no good acting. You know what I'm saying? Then you look at the music industry, of course. I saw a video of a lady. She was saying like, all you people who were born in the 80s and the 90s, why can't y'all just come out and make some more music again? You know what I'm saying? Because the music today is trash. That's what she said. You know what I'm saying? And I concur, because the music today is absolute trash. You know what I'm saying? You look at the gaming industry. All right? The gaming industry is garbage. So, this is what it's going into, man. This the complete halt of an economy, the complete halt of economic prosperity. Let's get this in Isaiah chapter 34, chapter 24. Slaki. All right, Isaiah chapter 24. And let's hit verse 7. It says, "The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. The mirth of tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth." Okay, so the joy of the harp of entertainment, the joy is over. It says, verse 9, "They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drinks shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in." All right, there is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures clearly tell you that there's a time for war, there's a time for peace. You know what I'm saying? There's a time to embrace, and there's a time to refrain from embracing. Okay, there's a time for all things under the sun, man. All right. So now is the time for war. Let's jump into another video. Bear with me.
Yo, the United States has stated that we will no longer be allowing cameras to record coffins coming from the Middle East of soldiers who have been killed. And before you happy fucks jump in my goddamn comments saying, "Oh, well, that's out of respect for the families," let me tell you something. I was in the military, and I also used to do funeral detail. They usually bring them to large international airports like O'Hare. Thousands of people have cameras. That means they're going to probably be sending bodies back to the States in private aircrafts at private airports, where they will strictly prohibit camera footage of the coffins coming off these planes, because we are at that stage, everybody, where the United States of fucking America is going to hide how many soldiers are dying in a war for another fucking country. Let me hit this motherfucking blunt.
That's it. That's it. All right. So while they're making sure that you are not able, while they're making sure that you're unable to record these funerals, they're keeping them silent. All right. It's at the point now where if you're a media source, if you're a media outlet, the US government will brand you a traitor if you report on the actual numbers of casualties that's being had in this war on the American side. You see what I'm saying? They're heavily censoring this. You know what I'm saying? So that means that they are not winning this war. They're not winning it. They're not winning it. Check this out.
Hey, breaking fucking news. I thought I should set my phone down for this one. Pete Hegseth has a video right now, currently 3 hours ago, on his X, telling service members who got kicked out the military for not getting COVID-19 shots, I'm giving you another opportunity to join. Hey, let me tell you something. If you got kicked out because you didn't want to get vaccinated with the COVID-19 shot, they're trying to recruit you to ship your ass off to war. The American military is down on recruiting levels. When I joined the military back in 2017, they told me then that their recruiting numbers were low as fuck while I was in the military. And what is happening right now is the U.S. military overestimated their capabilities with the Iranians. Do you hear me? They overestimated how well they were going to do. They thought they were going to sweep them. It's bullshit. They are pushing so hard that now Pete Hegseth has to sit down on a 4K fucking camera and make military recruiting ads for the service members who got kicked out, offering you more fucking money. Don't you be a dumbass. You're already done for not getting the shot. Whatever, cool. If you want to get the COVID-19 shot, yeah, I feel that. I understand. I didn't have a choice. I did it. I'm not saying you had to. But if you try to join now because they're offering you some more money, trying to give you oh, I'm sorry, you're a moron. Go ahead and join if you want to.
All right. And let Jake tell you, you was dumb for not taking the happy juice. You know what I'm saying? All right, that just shows how dumb smart he is. So, in any case, all right. In any case, they are recruiting. Okay, they're in a recruiting nightmare right now because no one wants to join these wars. No one wants to do it. As a matter of fact, years back, a couple years ago, you know what I'm saying, we reported on this, that there was a shortage in almost every branch. There was a shortage of recruitment in almost every branch of the military. Okay? And nobody was joining. And this was before anything was really going down, you know what I'm saying? Outside of the Russia-Ukraine war, there wasn't too much that was going down, man. But you got all these kids, you know what I'm saying, that's doing TikToks in the military uniforms and all types of shit, you know what I'm saying, showing themselves eating lobster, eating all this gourmet food, thinking that, oh, this was just a move. This was the best thing that they've ever done, you know what I'm saying, to join the military, get things for free and all that. And now you're going to be shipped to war. You didn't think that you would actually have to go and fight somebody. You didn't think that you see what I'm saying? You're not fighting Keyblade war, Keyblade. You're not fighting keyboard wars. You know what I'm saying? You're not fighting them. You're not fighting, people who are on the other side of the country, you know what I'm saying, that have blue hair or purple hair. You see what I'm saying? You're not fighting against people who are confused about their genetic makeup. You're fighting hardened people who are used to fighting, who are used to being on edge. You know what I'm saying? Who are used to war. And as this Joker said, they're hiding the truth of all these numbers of casualties. You see what I'm saying? Because there's no way they can sell this war if the people actually saw how many were unalived. You see what I'm saying? And then here's, this is what happens when your pride is through the roof, man. You really overestimated this thing. You know what I'm saying? You thought that it's going to be an easy cakewalk. You know what I'm saying? This is not Venezuela. You went against Israelites over in Venezuela, man. That's what you did. You went against Israelites. Of course you was going to win, man, because the scriptures tell us that we would have no might in our hands. Of course it was an easy weekend for you. You see what I'm saying? We have no might. These are not them. These are not Israelites. These are the Persians. You see what I'm saying? The Persians are not under the curse. The Persians are ready for you. You see what I'm saying? These Ishmaelites are ready for you too. They about to join forces with these Persians. And so now, for the first time in history, all right, a country has taken down one of the United States stealth bombers or stealth fighter jets for the first time ever. All right. Says Iran says it has become the world's first country to hit the U.S. F-35 Lightning II fighter jet. All right, this was the first time in history that someone has done this. And this is the very country that you thought would never be able to stand a chance. You see what I'm saying? Good luck, Lindsey Graham, in convincing your dumbasses over there to join this war, man. You see what I'm saying? Good luck. A draft is coming. All right, conscription papers is on the way to your doorstep, man. All right, it's about to get crazy. Right? Let me see something real quick. All right, so this was a magazine cover that went viral from The Economist. And yeah, man. The cover reads Operation Blind Fury. All right. Operation Blind Fury. Yes. It says, all right, in this article, it says war in Iran is making Donald Trump weaker and angrier. Right? By diminishing the president's political superpowers, his reckless campaign may make him more dangerous. All right, I'm not going to pay for that, but I'm just going to read what it says right here. It says, never bet against Donald Trump. No politician can defy political gravity like the man whose supporters stormed the Capitol. The irony right here, man, the irony. No politician can defy political gravity like the man whose supporters had stormed the Capitol on January 6, 2021, only for him to be reelected in 2024 with a bigger share of the vote. And yet it is hard to imagine a crisis more precisely engineered to intercept the trajectory of his presidency than his ill-judged, heedless war against Iran. It says, even a short war would alter the course of his second term. one that lasts months, could bring it crashing, could bring it crashing to the earth. Okay. So basically, in a roundabout way, they're saying, man, this Joker's career is done, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, which that's besides the point, you know what I'm saying? Because the fact of the matter is that he was put here solely for the purpose, all right, of bringing down this you know, this empire. You know what I'm saying? This is Nero reincarnated, man. This is Nero reincarnated. All right. So yeah, that's all you can really read from the article from The Economist. All right, but the name of the article is, of course, Operation Blind Fury. Okay, and this guy's become a laughingstock. Okay. So again, lock it. Let me do this. All right, so I'm about to end this off with a couple more videos, but let me grab this here in the book of Proverbs. Let's get the book of Psalms. Let me get the book of Psalms, chapter 92. All right, Psalms chapter 92, verse 11. And it reads, "Mine eye also shall see my desire on mine enemies, and mine ears shall hear my desire of the wicked that rise up against me." Okay? So we're looking at the desire of our enemies, man. Okay, and our desire is to see these devils fall. That's our desire, man. Our desire is to see the fall of our enemies, okay, and the reestablishment of the throne of David. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're aiming for. Okay, that's what we're fighting for. All right? So let's listen to this. All right, what did it say? It said, our F-35 is the most advanced fighter jet in the world. It's the most advanced, invisible to all. All right, it's invisible to all. And yet it was just taken down. All right, so let's figure out why this was taken down. You see what I'm saying? There's no wisdom left in Taman. Real quick. Jeremiah 49. All right, Jeremiah 49 and verse 7, it says, "Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more in Taman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished?" All right. So.
Well, in case you were wondering how catastrophic it was that Iran was able to actually shoot down an F-35 stealth fighter jet, well, let's check this out together.
The invincible American F-35 was just shot down, and the physics behind it changes modern warfare forever. Lockheed Martin spent $400 billion to defeat radar. Their engineering relies on two things. First, sharp geometric angles that scatter incoming radio waves into the void. Second, radar-absorbent coatings that soak up whatever is left. To a radar screen, the jet is the size of a golf ball. But the Pentagon forgot a fundamental rule of thermodynamics. You cannot hide heat. To fly at supersonic speeds, The F-35 engine generates massive thrust to an infrared search and track system. That carefully sculpted stealth jet glows like a boiling kettle in the night sky. Iran didn't outsmart American radar. They just looked at a different part of the electromagnetic spectrum, blinding the world's most expensive jet with a cheap thermal sensor. And here is the geopolitical nightmare. Iran just captured the F-35's exact thermal signature and is handing it to Moscow and Beijing. You can patch software and you can redesign coatings, but you cannot reprogram a pilot's brain. Every U.S. pilot now knows the enemy can see them. Hesitation replaces instinct. The stealth myth is dead.
Damn. And this is why, the scripture says their wisdom vanished, man. Because all you have to do is just think about the fundamentals of thermodynamics. And the thermodynamics, as he said, is that you cannot hide heat. You see what I'm saying? You can't hide that. And so, with that in mind, now everyone is going to employ these same methods in order to combat your quote unquote greatest stealth fighter. And with that now in play, like he said, all pilots are going to think twice before putting their trust in this whole stealth type of mentality. You see what I'm saying? Pilots are going to think twice about this because now these systems can be overridden by cheap means. Okay? By cheap and inexpensive means. You see what I'm saying? So you've lost this war. All right? And the world is going to look at America differently after this. You're not the invincible superpower that you say you are. What did they say? All this technology, they said it cost $400 billion. $400 billion up in smoke. $400 billion gone. And the Iranians have captured that technology, and they sent it to Putin. They sent it to Xi Jinping. This is the fall of the empire. Let me end it off with this. Let's go to Proverbs. This is Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 18. It reads, "Pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall." Okay? Better is it to be an humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud. Okay? But pride goeth before destruction. And we're seeing the destruction of Esau's rulership happening in real time, man, due to his pride. Obadiah 1 and 3 says, "The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee," right? Your pride has deceived you. So I'm gonna cut that there, man. I pray this lesson was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. This has been your brother Zachariah Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. In closing, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruach Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, whom I've grown in his truth under. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.